everyone. Now I'm in Chaoyang Park, the largest city park in Beijing, and I'm about to meet a journalist friend. He's from Brazil, and he serves as the Asia correspondent for one of the biggest newspapers in his country. Curious about what it's like to live in Beijing and report as a foreign journalist? Come with me and let's check it out. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Well, Nelson, China is a big, complex place. How do you choose your themes and stories that might engage your readers in Brazil?
The basic stories about China that interest Brazilian readers, it's about trade. Because like from 15 years up to now, China has been Brazil's largest trade partner. Brazil sells lots of agricultural commodities to China. I guess partly because of the trade and economic relations, but also because China has become so important in the global arena. I guess people want to see also what makes it technologically advanced. Mm-hmm. Like I went to I took a trip to Shanghai on this C919 airplane to write a story and make a video of the plane, which is a very important step forward for China. What I find more fascinating are the daily lives of people. Mm-hmm. And I try to find angles, ways of reporting on that.
The G20 summit is just around the corner, and this year's summit will be hosted in Brazil. How do you think the relationship between China and Brazil help to achieve the target of this year's G20, building a just world?
China and Brazil will certainly be acting together in lots of fronts, and including economy and climate change, as you said, which is important for this summit. I guess climate change, both Brazil and China have very important roles as leaders and examples, because Brazil now, at least in this government, is trying to fix its problems in the Amazon and the tropical forest, and also China has been on the other side of the coin, has been working on like electric cars and other ways of fighting climate change. And so last year, Lula and Xi Jinping summit, one of the results of it was that BYD decided to build a factory in Brazil. We are importing lots of electric cars, but producing these cars in Brazil will have, I guess, a very important. It will be an important step towards that. But they're also working on, like solar panels being produced in Brazil and this kind of thing. So it's been working in many fronts.
Well, looking ahead, what are some of the key themes or areas you plan to focus on in your reporting on China?
I took a high-speed train from Shanghai to Beijing, where people come back to Beijing from Shanghai really tired, having worked all day, and they keep working. And they, have their laptops and notebooks open and still working. It was a story about how you had this 350 kilometers per hour train going on, but people are still just I want to work and I want to get home and get to my family. So I told that story, and how important it was culturally and socially for China, and people understood. So you have these big advances in technology, but people are this way. They're using it. That's important, but that's part of their life now. Just one of it. one part of it.
The advanced technology has become part of our daily life.
Yep, it's not, I mean, it's like just simple fact. I mean, I want to know my neighborhood better, my Chinese neighborhood here. I want to go, you know, to visit all places, and I've been to Shanghai many times. I've been to Hong Kong many times, and I'd like to see, you know, everything that China has to offer. But I think the daily life is really interests me. So the more I see the same people, the more I like it, the more I understand it.
Nelson's story brings us some unique insights into the growing ties between China and Brazil, and why cross-cultural understanding matters more than ever. With this year's G20 summit around the corner and the theme Building a Juster World in focus, it's clear that real progress will be made when growth is inclusive. And every story helps build a bridge between nations.
This is CGTN Radio. Hear the difference.